We take a look at Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts on episode 286 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hello everybody, how are we today?
Good.
I'm all right. I thought you were talking to the listeners.
No? Why would I do that?
Because you said last time we started this intro that you were talking to the listeners.
Oh, well, I sort of confused you a bit.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Everyone listening going, what the hell are they on about? This is the second time we've tried this intro.
Tracy, I'm listening.
Thank you. Glad somebody is. Everybody's okay?
Yes.
Good.
Darren is still not here. He's still hip deep in Universal Studios, Florida.
I suppose I should really say who's here.
Oh, but that would be a good idea.
Obviously, there's me. We have Lee.
Hello, everyone.
We have Chris.
Hey, guys.
And returning, we have the lovely Martin.
What's up, Internet?
Yay!
Yeah.
Darren who?
Be careful. He doesn't listen. Nina does, though. Nina, don't tell him.
It's a man thing. None of you listen. Right. So, buckle yourselves in, people. It's probably going to be a bumpy ride. We are bringing you one of our acting extravaganzas.
I like to call it UUOP theatre. You see, I even did the hand gesture that no one can see.
You did?
UOPT.
What, PTSD?
It might be by the end of it.
Your PTSD. I like that.
I'm sure there's people that have that. Anyone who's listened to
might be
episode
one of them.
23, I think I might have it as well.
So we are going to delve into the other main attraction of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Orlando, which is, of course, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts.
Yeah, I just realised that we've done the queue for Forbidden Journey.
Uh-huh.
We've never actually done the ride, so I think that might have to come at some point.
Right, in future, please warn me so I can have some rum
I
at the
did
ready.
warn you that we were doing this week.
Was I actually
gonna have to do
listening,
that
though?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's in black and white in our little Facebook chat.
Okay. Right.
We
Okay,
were
after that
actually
then.
supposed to have Matt Corn on this week, but he's not allowed, so we're
No.
doing this instead.
So, we are going to be taking a virtual walk through the queue and the ride. Oh, joy. And give you some details and bad acting along the way.
Speak for yourself. Okay, exquisite acting.
He's been on the rum.
Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts officially opened at Universal Studios Florida on the 8th of July 2014 as part of the park expansion of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
When you enter Diagon Alley through the moving wall and enter the alley itself, you will see the main focus of the area is the iconic Gringotts Bank directly at the top of the street. The building is very distinct with the iconic fire-breathing Ukrainian iron belly perched on top.
I tried to have a look actually when I was researching this to see if the building was based on a specific, like a real building, but I couldn't find anything. Because there's a lot of buildings. You look at, what's that one in New York that's kind of that shape, isn't it?
Is it called the Wedge?
Is that what it's called?
It's called the Wedge.
But I couldn't find anything that pointed specifically to it being based off.
I suspect it might be from sketches because from the studio tour over here, it's very similar to the one in there. You're going, where? Didn't see that. I can read your mind.
You can't.
Gringotts is the only wizarding bank and has appeared in Harry Potter and Philosopher's and the Philosopher's Stone and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
I put sorcerers in brackets there because apparently that's what you Americans call it.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
I've never understood why.
This is the UK version, so that's all we're going to talk about.
Yes. And apparently Tracy can read my mind. The actual facade of Gringotts can be visited at the Warner Brothers studio tour in London as part of the Diagon Alley set that we have stood in front of and taken pictures with.
See, I told you I always read the script. Sorry.
Before entering the building, you will need to store any belongings into a locker. These are situated to the right of the entrance.
And when you go, leave everyone outside and go on your own and take your riot
Yes.
gear because, oh my God, they're not as bad as the Forbidden Journey ones, but Jesus.
It is carnage.
That's a universal pro tip.
They're just terrible, aren't they?
Yeah.
I can't understand why they haven't managed to come up with a better situation than than what they have. Like I say, they're slightly better than the Forbidden Journey ones, but not much.
I mean, when we rode it, we were really lucky. We had fast passes as well, because we got comped them, but it was still mental. It was just crazy.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Those Forbidden Journey ones are an absolute nightmare. I mean, we do the stupid tourist thing where all four of us will try and go in, and it's just a nightmare.
I don't anymore.
We used to,
Yeah.
for the most part, because we always go into the theme parks with far too much stuff anyway.
Speak for yourself.
We do.
I was going to say, you normally do the touristy thing and everybody's got a backpack as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I carry a backpack with nothing inside of it just to have one.
All the cool kids do that, Chris. All the cool kids do that.
I'm trying.
You should put a mini backpack in it.
Look, we did the proper tourist thing the first twice we came. We went round the parks with fanny packs on.
Bum bags.
And you were allowed to ride on the rides. I remember going on the Hulk with one on.
That snapped just before.
No, that was yours,
Really?
not mine. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We rode every single ride at those parks with a bum bag, fanny pack, whatever you want to call it.
I still stand by they're one of the best things to have.
Yeah, if you don't mind looking at Tool.
They're actually quite fashionable now.
No, they're not.
They are.
They've never been fashionable.
Actually, I got one recently. My sister got me one for Christmas that is hilarious. You've probably seen it on Facebook.
Oh, please tell me.
Pretty much looks like a bare stomach.
Yes,
with a bunch
thank
of
God.
hairs.
I love those.
Yeah, they are
You
funny.
bought me one. I have not used it yet. I cannot wait because I can kind of tuck my shirt over it to make it look very natural.
Awesome.
A man pack.
I'm currently Googling the weirdest thing ever. 'Cause I've never seen one.
They're really funny.
Looks like there's different styles and you can get
Like
the
a big
hairy
gut,
belly. Yeah.
That's
With
the one she
stretch
got me, the
marks.
hairy belly.
Yeah. Love it. Yes, you must be 42 inches or 107 centimetres tall to ride the ride.
Guests enter through the iconic entrance, and if you happen to be visiting on a busy day, you'll be directed into the extended queue, which contains one of the Gringotts ride carts.
We have fortunately or unfortunately only ever spent one time in that extended queue, and it's awful.
Yeah.
Yes,
Huge.
as it is. As well as that cart, you will also see some signs that read thus.
Gringotts Bank, the safest place for gold, jewels, and magical artifacts since 1474. Secure a vault today.
We regret that all dragon-guarded vaults are currently full.
Advice. For goblins and humans wishing to protect themselves and their treasure from dark forces. Issued by Gringotts Governor Bodrag III, due to recent breakouts from Wizarding Prison Azkaban and turbulent times at the Ministry of Magic, goblins, witches and wizards everywhere are asking themselves one simple question. Whom can I trust? Your next door neighbour might seem friendly, but he could be acting under the influence of the Imperious Curse, forced by dark magic to perform deeds that would be unthinkable in his usual state. You may think that's your husband or wife at the door, but how can you be sure that it's not a dark wizard expertly disguised by the use of Polyjuice Potion to become indistinguishable from your loved one? As for the stranger wandering up your garden path, is it an innocent muggle looking for directions, or might it be an inferius acting on the bidding of forces too terrible to mention? In these troubled times, suspicion makes sense, which is why goblins and humans are finding it more advisable than ever before to place their trust in Gringotts Bank. Gringotts can offer protective services beyond the usual concealment charms and disillusionment spells. Gold, treasure, family papers, and magical artifacts. No questions asked, no judgments made. We have kept wizarding secrets for 6 centuries. Let us keep yours. Please note that Gringotts has recently introduced more stringent security measures. We beg clients not to be offended if they are asked to hand over their wand for identification purposes.
And do not approach a security troll without authorization from a Gringotts goblin.
Once inside, the main queue, another sign greets guests which reads, Enter stranger, but take heed of what awaits the sin of greed. For those who take but do not earn must pay most dearly in their turn. So if you seek below our floors a treasure that was never yours, thief, you have been warned, beware of finding more than treasure there.
Cool. I love those signs around the outside there.
Yeah.
It's like doing the research for this, you realise how much stuff there actually is. And it's pretty cool, actually. Guests
Yeah.
then enter the magnificent marble lobby, which is obviously a perfect replica of the lobby scene in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Do you see the lobby of Gringotts in the first one?
Don't think so.
Because he goes
No,
in and you
no.
see him with the goblin, don't you? Because he asks him for his key.
Yes.
And Hagrid goes
Don't know.
reaching in his pockets for the key, but I don't think it
don't
must be just a
remember.
close-up shot.
Yeah.
I think you just skip past it, don't you?
Mm. On each side, animatronic goblins can be seen weighing large amounts of gold and stunning jewels. And apparently, I've heard stories that there is apparently one of those goblins that was nicknamed by the team members there. He was called Tommy Lee Jones, because apparently he bears a remarkable resemblance to Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay.
I'll just look for the one with the wrinkly face.
That's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah. At the end of the lobby, guests will approach the head teller, Bogrod. Bogrod will greet guests.
If you're here to make a deposit, make your way to the security office, where your Gringotts identity photo will be taken. Then go directly to the office at the end of the corridor. From there, you'll be escorted to the vaults. Well, that's all. Move along.
Upon passing Bogrod, guests leave the lobby. A spiral staircase can be seen to the right, going down from floor level, going to who knows where. Guests then enter a stone corridor in which, behind bars, vault doors can be seen, some closed and some opened to reveal intricate locking mechanisms.
Guests then enter a wood-lined section, which is security processing. Processing or processing?
Over here,
Processing.
processing.
Here your photo will be taken and can be purchased once you leave the attraction, but you don't have to do it, because we told them to bugger off the last 3 times we went through it.
Yeah.
Because you feel like first time you go through, you feel like you should, even though you know you're not going to buy the picture at the end of it, and then the end you just go, oh, no thank you, I'd rather not bother.
Good. In the next section of the corridor, daily prophets can be seen lining the outside, allowing guests to see the headlines and marvel at the moving images. Once through this section, guests enter a corridor with frosted glass-fronted doors on both sides. Secret conversations can be heard behind some of the doors. Further down, the doors are labelled Grip Hook, Ragnarok, Blordak, Archives, Bogrod, Nagnok, Gornuk, and Private.
I tried my hardest to try and get a video that gave me those, because I think behind one of the doors you see Hermione's Bellatrix and Harry and Ron, and I just couldn't make out the audio from it enough to be able to transcribe it. And to be honest, the videos I couldn't make out half the door things. I had to have help from people. I have just lost my place in the script. So the corridor ends opening into a circular area which is lined with suits of goblin armour. Here is where guests are greeted by a security guard. I always find that weird that they get to this point in a goblin bank and you're greeted by a human security guard. Okay, whatever. You are asked to wait until you are allowed to enter Bill Weasley's office.
We enter the ornate office and are greeted by Blordak the Goblin.
Come in, gather round. Quickly. We haven't got all day. I'm supposed to take you down to the vaults. Let me just get the keys.
Blordak searches through the drawers at the desk at which he stands behind. He opens the final drawer and fireworks go off, scaring him.
Ah! What was that?
They're Weasley's wildfire whiz-bangs, fireworks from our brothers Fred and George.
Bill Weasley, what are you doing here?
This is my office, Blordak. The question is, what are you doing here?
I was about to show our new clients the vault. I was just getting the keys out.
Well, I moved them. All you have to do is ask. Accio, keys.
Bill raises his wand and casts a spell that brings the keys to him, but he hangs them just out of Blordak's reach. Angrily, he has to jump to reach them.
How did you get in here? We haven't seen you since.
Well, don't let me keep you from your tour. I just need to pick up a few things and I'll be on my way. You haven't seen me. Actually, if you don't mind, I'll join you on your tour. We can all leave together and I'll meet you at the cart.
Well, what are we dawdling about? Let's get moving. Now listen to me. The passage to your left will take you to a pair of lifts. The lifts will take you down to your cart station. There you will board a cart for the journey to the vaults beneath Gringotts. We'll see you down there. You can clear off now. My patience is running thin.
Guests then leave through doors to their left and enter another short corridor which leads to the doors of the elevators. A goblin can be seen on a portrait between the two sets of elevator doors and addresses the guests.
Ladies and gentlemen, a wild cart ride awaits you. Be warned, it is not for everyone. Muggles might describe the journey to the vaults as a high-speed roller coaster ride with sudden and dramatic acceleration, climbing, stopping, and diving. Even some in the magical community find the ride a bit challenging. Listen carefully to the following safety information. Expectant mothers and individuals with heart, neck or back conditions, or abnormal blood pressure, medical sensitivity to fog or strobe effects, recent surgeries, those prone to dizziness or motion sickness, or those that have any other conditions that may be aggravated by this experience should not ride. You must be at least 42 inches in height to ride, unless you are a goblin. The lift before you will deliver you to the cart station. When the lift doors have opened, watch your step as you board and move all the way in, allowing room for others. I'm sure you'll find the lift to be quite an extraordinary experience in itself.
Once the elevator doors open, guests move inside and experience the journey deep into Gringotts, 9 miles down to be exact.
The elevator experience is a simulated drop similar to the one used at the entrance to Men in Black: Alien Attack. Guests stand on a motion base similar to MIB, but the main unique difference is that around the top of the elevator room, screens are used to show the actual drop and things that are happening on the way down.
Right, so while we're here, let's discuss this section of it, because as Universal fans, before we rode this, we'd obviously heard so much about this attraction before we rode it, so we knew what to expect. It wasn't like we were getting into the elevator for the first time, but it's definitely, they've definitely taken that Men in Black level experience and really raised it up with putting those screens. Now it's been 2 years since we've ridden. I can't remember what happens around those screens at the top. Do you see anything other than the sort of lift shaft itself?
You see, yeah, there's brickwork and there is something.
You
Like
do
the
see
chains
a
and things.
you see one of the what are they, the giant,
Oh, the trolls.
the troll. You do see a troll on the way down.
Thought you did. I wasn't sure.
We caught that last time as like a thing we never seen before.
Because it's one of those things that you could literally stand in 4 different directions when it's happening and get a different experience all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love to see them go in and update it every now and again as well with different scenes.
It's very effective.
I'll be honest, when I first rode it, I literally made sure that I didn't watch any videos or anything like that. And even at that lift, I was like, I don't know what's going to happen here. So I was pretty scared. But yeah, it was good.
That's the curse of doing a Universal podcast, that you very rarely go into anything
Blind.
Yeah. I suppose it is what it is, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I was fortunate I'd done the same with Forbidden Journey as well. I had no idea what the ride was, what it looked like, or anything like that.
I do also love that you have to take an elevator down to climb upstairs.
Yes, yeah. That's a lot of people's bugbear.
Yeah. As the elevator reaches the bottom, the doors open and guests exit into a large room with receptacles in the walls containing 3D glasses. The goblin from the entrance to the elevator can be heard again.
You are now approaching the cart station. When you exit the lift, be sure to pick up a pair of safety goggles to be worn at all times during your ride. Wait until you are seated in your cart before putting them on. Why, what happens if you don't? When boarding, stay in your row and quickly move down to the last seat. Each row seats 4 guests. Secure all loose items such as jewellery, earrings, cell phones. Are you allowed to take cell phones on? Glasses, hats, wands, galleons, and other loose change. Finally, the use of cameras, still or video, is strictly prohibited. Trust me, you don't want our security trolls mistaking you for thieves.
From here, guests enter a large, vertical, circular stone room with a spiral staircase in the middle. This spiral staircase takes guests up to the loading station of Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts.
When they did that, like, how many... They must know there's nerds out there like us that we're going to go, how come we've just gone 9 miles down and then we have to go up to up a set of stairs to get to the level where the car station is? Because they've not just made it stop one level up.
They've probably gone, what just pissed the nerds off?
Is it that, or did they just thought most people won't notice?
I think so. To be fair, I think the idea that you'll be getting kind of involved in whatever's going around you that you'll just forget that you're going upstairs.
I think a spiral staircase was a bad idea as well.
Yeah.
We've been stuck in the bottom of that and queuing up to get it, and up there's a nightmare.
I also don't like that type of staircase.
Like open staircases.
It makes me anxious. So
strange decision.
Yeah. The cart station of Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts is a large cavernous room filled with stalactites where guests come aboard their Gringotts cart to continue their journey to the vaults of Gringotts.
And now it's time for an ad break.
Hey guys, Michelle and Robin here from Mouse Muggle Travel Company. Sorry to interrupt this awesome episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
We promise not to bore you this time.
So, blah, 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 we sell vacation packages.
And blah, 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 we're experts on Universal and Disney destinations.
And blah, 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 our services are free to you.
But what you might not know, we're just a couple of super cool ladies who like to have fun and know all of the tips and tricks to make your vacation all you had dreamed it would be.
You can learn more about us at mousemuggle.com and fill out a quick quote request form while you're there.
Just be sure to let us know you heard about us from the UUOP. And remember, whether you're a mouse
or a muggle, Mouse and Muggle Travel Company can help make your next vacation simply magical.
Welcome back. Now, before we experience it, let's look at some of the details of the ride itself.
The ride is a steel-launched coaster manufactured by Intamin and designed by Universal Creative.
The ride is 600 metres or 2,000 feet and covers an area of 75,000 square feet or 7,000 square metres.
It has no inversions, lasts a total of 5 minutes, and has a maximum vertical angle of 50 degrees.
There are 9 trains with 2 cars, and riders are arranged, as we've already heard, my little spiel earlier, 4 across in 3 rows for a total of 24 riders per train.
The ride takes place during the section of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, where Harry, Ron, Hermione and Griphook break into Gringotts to retrieve Helga Hufflepuff's cup from Bellatrix Lestrange's vault, meaning the ride adds an element to the story that we never see on page or screen.
Well, that's the interesting thing. This is what I like about what Universal tends to do with rides. I want to do a show on this at some point. If you look at what a lot of Disney rides are, they are very much sort of Cliff Notes versions of their films. So you look at something like The Little Mermaid or Peter Pan or
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
is that still there?
Yes.
Frozen.
Not that I've ridden it, but yeah. Whereas Universal, as far as I can think, they've never ever done an attraction that is just telling the story of the film or whatever the specific property is. They all add something new. This more than any of the others. Yeah. Because it literally could have happened at that specific part of the film.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to say that it wasn't going on. And I love the fact that Universal do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So join us as we depart for the depths of Gringotts.
Oh my God, here we go. Strap yourselves in, everyone.
Buckle up.
Blordak the Goblin emerges from a tunnel to the left on another cart, moving towards your cart.
One moment, please. I need to connect to your cart.
Blordak's cart attaches to yours and suddenly alarms sound.
The defences have been set off. There must be imposters in Gringotts.
Bellatrix emerges from the right tunnel with 2 goblins.
Bellatrix!
Are these the imposters?
I don't think so, Madame Lestrange.
Well, let's try and find out then. Bombarda Maxima! Ha-ha!
They didn't do anything!
As Bellatrix unleashes a curse at your cart, it tilts forward and then drops falling down in the caverns of Gringotts.
Arresto momentum!
Bill catches the cart before it crashes with a well-placed spell. The cart drops onto another track and rounds a corner and emerges into a huge cavern. With many other tracks running through it, Bill and Blordak's cart pulls up alongside you.
Whoa! You almost went through the thieves' downfall. Look, I'm sorry about Bellatrix.
Another cart comes hurtling into view containing Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger and Griphook.
Bill!
Harry? What are you doing here?
Get them out of here! There's going to be trouble!
An alarm suddenly sounds as a red light begins spinning on the front of the trio's cart.
They know we're imposters. They set off defences against us.
They'll be like, oh, that's way better than the Hermione that's in the ride. All right, Harry.
Hey, look out! Trolls! They're dumb, but they're brutal.
Huge trolls suddenly enter the cavern, crashing through the track that Bill's cart is on, and they head out, back the way they came.
A troll grabs hold of your cart and throws it to the left, sending you spinning through a short section of track and emerging into another cavern.
Is that the section where the two cars on the train spin? So if you're at the back, you actually end up at the front at that point. Is that
so,
that
yeah.
section?
Yeah.
Is that right, Chris?
I'm trying to think when.
That way you've got the big screen to your left.
Because there's a section, isn't it, when you're spinning around and because the two sets of
You're right.
seats are independent and you end up like
that's right,
opposite
yeah.
way around. It's really clever.
I think it is that bit.
I think so. Can't remember now.
It's the only bit I can think of when I was going through with the could have been that section. Anyway, in front of you, a troll steps down and grabs hold of your cart, pulling your cart down and off the track as you free fall down the waterfall towards certain death.
This tilt track section is a teeter-totter, or a seesaw if you're British. A track that tilts down at a 40-degree angle before releasing the trains into a dark tunnel.
Now, I got that information from, I think it was Coaster 101. It says a 40-degree angle, which I'm quite intrigued at because in the bump I put in the beginning from Wikipedia, it says it was a 50-degree angle, so...
Let's say
Interesting.
45 degrees and meet in the middle.
That's the
I
one,
think it's beyond 5.
maybe.
I do.
From 2 weeks ago, isn't it, when Robin and Michelle there, Did You Know, was about the best place to ride on. And obviously you want to sit at the back because you get the longer, steeper drop.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely beyond 45.
Interesting. I have no point of reference because I haven't ridden it for 2.5 years.
My point of reference is nearly caking it when realised we're getting tipped up that high. Arresto momentum! Well, welcome to Gringotts. Perfectly safe, as you can see.
You emerge into a stone room with pillars around a circular area and Bill Weasley standing on the edge with his wand out.
Suddenly, a dragon, a Ukrainian iron belly, strides into the room with a chain around its neck, and Harry, Ron and Hermione on its back. It's breathing fire at Bill.
Aguamenti!
Bill casts a water charm to protect himself from the fire breath.
What in the name of Merlin are you doing?
We've got the Horcrux. You really need to get out of here.
Relasho!
I'll send you ahead to Blordak. He'll get you into a vault safely. Wingardium Leviosa.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Your cart floats up and onto a track and heads around to the right. Eventually you come across Blordak.
Hurry, this way. Get in quick. You should be safe in there.
His accent's getting awesome, by the way.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. You enter a huge vault with many treasures on the wall. When the wall crashes in and Nagini comes snapping at you through the hole in the wall. Then, in step Bellatrix and Lord Voldemort himself.
I know you've seen Harry Potter. He was in your vault, Bellatrix.
I thought I'd got rid of you, Muggle Bones. Where's Potter?
Bellatrix cast a spell at your cart.
Where did he go?
And another. Your cart heads backwards into a red stone cave. Voldemort and Bellatrix appear in front of you.
Perhaps a little dose of pain to help you remember.
Yes, tell us or we'll destroy you.
Voldemort opens his mouth and conjures a huge flame head in his own image. It floats in front of you in readiness to hurl itself at you, when the dragon emerges from the right and blasts the flame head away with a blast of its own flame.
We'll get you out of here!
Here we go.
Confringo!
Ron casts a spell at Voldemort. Voldemort instantly casts a shield spell to protect himself.
Here we go. Hang on. Relasho!
Hermione's spell breaks the chain attached to the dragon and attaches it to your cart. As the dragon takes you off, you fly through the wall and emerge into another cavern.
This finale involves a giant encompassing projection screen where a battle between Voldemort and Harry Potter perched atop a fire-breathing dragon takes place. At the conclusion of the battle, fog effects obscure the fact that a portion of the projection screen has been removed, and the next thing we know, the RVs are being launched by the drive tyres down the coaster track through the newly exposed opening in the screen. The track twists up and to the left, back up to the height of the load platform, while the ride vehicle rotates 360 degrees to the right at the same time.
It seems that when it first opened, they had a lot of trouble with that fog effect, and I think if that fog effect doesn't work, it spoils that whole finale section.
Absolutely.
Because it is really clever, actually, that you go, it's kind of taking that thing from T2 3D with the, interacting with the screen to that next level. And you know how much I love T2 3D.
Loved.
I still love it. It's still somewhere. Is it still at Hollywood? No, it's still somewhere. Japan.
In your heart.
It's still in my heart, yeah. It's still in the archives. We got what we came for. Bill, take care of them.
Good luck.
Hermione casts a spell that blasts a hole into the ceiling above, allowing the dragon to fly off.
Defario!
Is everyone okay? Hope you still want to open an account. After all, it's the safest place on Earth, right?
Your cart gently rolls back into the loading station as the music reaches a crescendo. Your journey through Gringotts is complete.
And as you disembark from your cart, you pass through a doorway and drop off your cart goggles before continuing to the security photo showcase, where you may view your security photo or exit back into Diagon Alley through the Gringotts lockers and the inevitable gift shop, Wiseacres Wizarding Equipment. I don't even remember that shop.
No, me either.
Martin, as the guest, what are your thoughts on Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts?
I think it's a great ride. It's no Forbidden Journey, if I'm honest, and I'm sure you probably agree.
Yeah.
But like I say, having never looked at any kind of spoilers when I went, kind of went in completely blind to it. Really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. However, when it first opened, it was like a 3-hour queue. Would I wait 3 hours for it? Try 6, yeah. Would I wait for it? I don't think so.
Yeah, but is there any ride you would wait 6 hours for, honestly?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Probably not.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Barney's backyard.
Rip Ride Rocket.
Here's a question for everyone then. Tracy, I'll answer for us because you might remember, but... well, go on then. What's the longest we've queued for a ride at Universal?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I had to say that. Come on, you say
Yeah, but you don't know, do you?
In where, sorry?
Universal.
Universal. Which side? Which park?
Either. That's why I said Universal. While you're thinking. Chris?
For a friend?
No, army friend. Chris, what's the longest you've queued for anything at Universal?
Probably a little over 2 hours.
For?
Trying to think of which ride. I know during the beginning, like Spider-Man, we did a really long wait for. Maybe Rip Ride. I know Rip Ride has like some outrageous time sometimes.
Yeah, even when it's not busy.
Yeah.
I think we've definitely... we rode 2009, and this isn't the long... it might be, actually. Actually, it might be.
Yeah.
It took us something like 3 hours to ride it twice.
That was Rip Ride?
Yeah, because we went in and Tracy and our youngest wasn't tall enough to ride it, so Tracy and Raymond went in and rode it. And then as they came off, I was like, shall we do single rider, just so we can get on it quick? And actually waited longer than they did going through the normal queue. Man, it broke down for 45 minutes while we were waiting.
And took the money with you.
Yeah.
Did not do child swap on that?
Right, in fairness, back in the days of 2009, before we started this podcast, I didn't know child swap existed.
True. we done child swap on Gringotts. It was great. So good.
Mm-hmm.
So, Matt, what's the longest you've queued at Universal for anything?
2.5
For?
hours for Forbidden Journey in August 2012.
We've queued a fair whack on that one as well.
I don't think we've queued more than an hour for it, though.
No.
Yeah, we were.
That was one that I queued for a long time for. Now that he mentions it,
Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, because we were there not opening week, but right around that time where we had to get a return time.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. I did not know that about you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Cool.
We were out in the greenhouse and it took a long time.
That greenhouse
greenhouse is
section.
terrible.
Oh, it's awful because they've done it so it looks like you're getting close to the inn, but you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to
Because
the
you've
top
got
of them.
those.
There's more
It's
switchbacks.
it's those switchbacks that go up the side, like
Yeah,
where
the
where the
ramps.
door is. So the door's there, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
go like
The long
parallel
switchbacks.
to
Yeah.
it, and then when you get to that side, it goes back and forwards the opposite way. I think, oh, I give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did also queue a very long time for the for Ollivanders.
Oh yeah, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then a friend of ours, who's the Hogwarts Express conductor, came walking past and he went, "What you doing? You could have just come and got me." I was like, "Oh, sorry."
And then we're surprised Jade got chosen.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, and that's an awful queue to queue in as well. The one in Hogsmeade.
You're behind a building, aren't you? Just at least it's shaded.
Only for certain section of it.
Yeah.
That's where people were buying the butterbeers and binning them.
Yeah, we watched the family go out, like a dad and his son go and get 4 of them, and they all had like one mouthful, went, ugh, and dumped it in the bin. It's like, even if it's rank, I'm still going to drink it all.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first ever trip in there was great because obviously one of the tips I got from here was don't queue at the butterbeer cart.
Yeah,
Headed inside
the Hogshead.
the pub, and it's just literally, I think that might have been the longest queue if I'd have queued in it. And I just kind of smugly walked past everybody with my butterbeer in hand.
It's
Yeah.
an awesome bar as well,
I
that.
think I was saying before, if you go way, way back in our archives to when Diagon Alley opened, Gregory, who was part of the team at the time, he queued a total of about 10 hours to ride it.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
10 hours,
No.
man.
It's insane.
Yeah.
That's the one when they told him to come back the next day, didn't they?
Yeah, because he got there, and before he had chance, the queue was for like 6 hours, and it broke down like half an hour before park closed, and they said they weren't going to get it back up, so they just sent everyone out the queue with return, like basically express passes for the next day, and he still waited 3 to 3.5 hours the next day with express.
Crazy.
It's
Yeah.
just,
See, in that situation, what do you do if you suddenly need to go to the bathroom?
just piss in the corner.
Yeah. We've all been to Oasis concerts.
Yes.
It's an interesting question. I've never actually been. I don't
Because
know what
obviously
you
if
would
it's a
actually
group
do.
of you, you leave some of your party there.
Yeah, but would they let you back in the queue?
course they
I'm
would.
going to have to find that out.
This is where children come in handy. You get away with a lot more when you have a child.
I'm gonna do some research.
Did
on
we
that, 'cause
find
that's an
out? I seem to
interesting
remember 'cause it was
question.
really hot. Because I remember one of my things being, what about people that need drinks? Well, didn't we find out they were coming along with
I think at the time, yes,
it was
they
the
were.
complimentary
Yeah.
water or something like that?
But I mean, you look how long that extended queue is. They were expecting big crowds for that attraction, and I mean they got it, but it hasn't been. Chris, you get to the parks a lot more than the rest of us do. Consistently, what would you say the wait time for Gringotts is now? Like in excess of an hour,
When we
or
go, I
generally
mean-
less?
No, I would say generally under an hour.
In comparison to the Forbidden Journey, is that still about 90 minutes or is that dropped off as well?
That one, again, when we go, we try to go, I guess what you call off season, but it's probably still around the same thing, about an hour.
All right.
When it has, obviously the flow goes around the park, so it'll sometimes spike and you will get over an hour, but nothing crazy like it used to be before.
I mean, I've said it on the podcast before. My issue with Gringotts, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more after a second and a third ride. I think because you go in with certain expectations, and it doesn't matter how good anything is, it's never going to live up to what you expect it to be. And I've said before that I felt that if Gringotts had have come before Forbidden Journey, everyone would have viewed Gringotts much more favourably than they do. But I think the bar was set just so high with Forbidden Journey that Gringotts looks a lesser ride. It is a lesser ride, but it's not as bad as people think because of what Forbidden Journey was. That was...
Here's one for you then.
Go on.
The queues. Forbidden Journey or Gringotts?
Forbidden Journey, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think there's something quite special about the banquet hall with the goblins.
Yeah.
I think that's just fantastic.
It's very opulent, isn't it?
Yeah, but on the flip side is when you saw it in the previews and the premieres, obviously they didn't have the switchbacks in and
Yeah.
things like that, which made it a lot nicer.
Yeah.
But then when you go in there, there's people queued in it. It's like it's not as good.
I don't think there's any element in the queue for Gringotts other than maybe if you take the lift, the elevator section out, there's any sections in that's as good as the Musion sections with Dumbledore's office and the Defense Against the Dark Arts room in Gringotts. Forbidden Journey, sorry.
Yeah.
I just think overall it has a better feel to it for me. It's quite cold and sterile. It's like you look from when you leave the ballroom to getting into Bill Weasley's office, it's very sort of bland and cold.
Where at least in Forbidden Journey, you're still going through Hogwarts.
Yeah.
They've themed it as Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Still, you'll walk past the entrance to Dumbledore's office and stuff like that, don't you?
Yeah, it's plenty to look at.
Is that... were you going to say something, Chris?
No.
I remember not long before the announced Gringotts was opening, there was a video that came out by a company, Dynamic Attractions, that everyone was convinced was the the CG rendering for Gringotts, because the cart they used in the computer generated video it looked very similar to what the Gringotts carts were, and it had the tilt track section in it, but then there was a couple of other roller coaster sections in it that had never been done before. There was one section, it was like a slide track. It's funny because everyone thought it was real as well, that's what Gringotts was going to be, because someone got hold of it and it got shared on social media loads, and then after about 4 days, the video disappeared. There was a slide section. So basically you had a track at, say, 50 foot, and then a track at maybe, say, 20 foot, but... Tracy, how would you describe that? Parallel?
Staggered parallel, maybe. One side and the other. What, do they run alongside each other?
Yeah, but like far apart.
Yeah, it's still parallel if they're running...
And at one point, the cart would lock in on the top track, and then there was the track would be able to slide down like a track slide and join a track at the bottom. Does that make sense? How I'm describing it?
Kind of like a jump.
It would the section of track on the top section was separate. So once the car locked in, it would literally slide down a section of track and sideways and join another section of track down the bottom.
So a movable section of track.
Yeah, does that make sense?
A little bit like Cobra's Curse at Busch Gardens.
I wouldn't know. I've never ridden it.
So basically, the car goes on this track, and instead of a hill climb, basically the full chunk of track just moves vertically up.
Yes,
sounds like it.
Kind of, yeah. And it locks into a different track.
Yeah,
and then you just drop down the hill.
Yeah. And then one of the other elements that was in as part of that video as well was a drop track, like
13 at Alton Towers.
Yes, Chris, are you aware of? Probably not 13 Alton Towers. What's 13. The one? Is it Curse of Dark Castle at King's Dominion, or is it? It's one of them. Basically, you would stop. The track would lock in and then drop and join a section of track 30 feet below it, and then go.
Very scary.
I feel like I've seen something like that on.
There's
called is it Verbolten?
That's the one for Bolton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drops. Yeah.
Yes. But obviously, it didn't come to fruition. But you can see a lot of these other elements that they could have added in. The only real element we got was the tilt track, which is still pretty cool. But I know a lot of people were disappointed. I think people were expecting something with a thrill element more akin to The Mummy, rather than the coaster sections in it aren't particularly thrilling and they're very short. I think that's what annoyed a lot of people when Universal came out and said they were doing a coaster. It wasn't quite what a lot of people were hoping for.
I think the closest it got, closest it got to a coaster, say that in your sleep, would be at the very beginning, when it just literally mimics a coaster drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When it tips you up. That's about as close as it gets.
Yeah.
Maybe they did that just to have a younger age be able to ride it.
Possibly, yeah. I think one of the complaints about Hogsmeade was a lot of the. I don't think there's an attraction in the Wizarding World that doesn't have a reasonably high height restriction. So you're sort of leaving out a large section of your families coming over with little kids.
Was it? I don't know what the height is, but my managed to get my 2-year-old on Flight the Hippogriff.
Really?
Yeah, I mean she's quite tall, but she
But that is
went on it several times. Thought it was great.
That's aimed at. I know it's aimed at a younger age group.
It still has got a limit on. I think a normal height, a 2-year-old wouldn't get on Flight the Hippogriff.
Yeah, and the brakes are horrendous on it. Chris, have you ever done it?
Whiplash.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that end brake. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on, you're about to stop, and bang, Jesus.
Yeah.
I guess we
It's kind of
stopped.
like the break right before you get to the scarab beetle room inside of the mummy.
I'm surprised. I'd be interested to see whether they'll ever end up taking that out and putting something else in there.
What, Flight the Hippogriff?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's still very popular.
It is, but it's another holdover from the Lost
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Continent,
they've done a good gloss job.
Yeah,
yeah,
it fits.
it does fit.
Yeah, it does fit. But what would you put there though? Because there's not a lot of space.
No, there's not. Well, you don't know how much they're going to open and how much of the land they use for Dragon Challenge. Potentially, they could open it out into there a little bit.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Anyway, that's that. Chris, we know you're a huge fan of Gringotts.
I like it. It's a fun ride.
What makes it stand out for you then?
I mean, Forbidden Journey is the better ride. So, but that being said, I still think Gringotts is, it's a fun ride. I like the thematics of it, and I like that it was trying to. It almost was like the Mummy, where you have set pieces, you have some track, you have some rail. Obviously, not the coaster portion of the Mummy, but
yes.
I kind of like that fusion of all that together. Had it been a little bit more of a roller coaster, it would have been just an all around like 5-star ride for me.
We've ridden it 3 times?
Yeah,
now?
for me that it doesn't come close to Forbidden Journey. I've just been sitting here thinking, actually, I think for me to be able to actually really give my opinion on it, I need to split it into 2 halves, because I'm just going to ignore the queue line, aside from, the actual, the banking hall,
Lobby.
the lobby, which is stunning, and I could spend hours just taking photographs in there because I think it's so beautiful.
It is, but that's about it.
I know. And then we're going to just ignore the next bit. I mean, yes, you've got the little bit with Bill's office, which is fun. It's just, it's another cattle pen.
I like that Musion stuff.
Yes,
though.
I love Musion. So the ride, I do think the ride is fun. It's got all of the different elements. I am a coaster fiend, though, and I want more of a ride. But I appreciate that they're telling a story, so, that's why it's stop, start, stop, start. But I find that by the time I've gone through that queue line, I'm just I'm bored, I'm tired, I'm cranky, and I'm done. And then I'm, just before I ride, I'm faced with a bloody set of spiral, noisy steps with my nose in some stranger's arse in front of me. Well, I not.
I usually don't send you up the stairs first, but whatever.
So I have been up there first. Yeah, so by the time I got on the ride, I'm already a bit like, ugh. So it's kind of already a little bit spoilt for me, because it's a bit of a trek to get there.
Well, yeah.
But...
So's Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, but
I'd
there's
be
more to
interested.
look at.
I need to send somebody
How
through
long
with
the
a
queue
pedometer
lines
and
are.
actually find
Yeah,
out which is
that'd be
the
interesting.
longest queue from start to finish.
But I do appreciate it, and I do like how it is expanding on the universe.
Yeah.
I like that. It's telling more of the story.
Which was a lot of people's complaints about Forbidden Journey, that it's just a best of. When they built that, it's like, right, people are going to ride a Harry Potter ride, and they want to see spiders, they want to see
A Whomping
Dementors,
Willow
they want to
and-
see the Whomping Willow, they want to see a dragon, we need to see Harry, we need to see a bit of Quidditch, we need to see Hermione and Ron,
But-
there needs to be the Chamber of Secrets, we need to see
Yeah.
Hagrid, we need to see Dumbledore.
But don't forget, that this was all an experimental phase because they did not know how it was going to take off. This could have been the only thing they ever did.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, they're going to put everything in one ride. They're going to make
I think
the
if
best
they left
of.
it as if they left it as it was, it would have been a case of just put a segment in time on Forbidden Journey. The other people on the other side would have been like, well, it should have really been a mishmash. It was never. I don't think they were never going to please everybody on it.
Exactly.
Well, if you look at Hogsmeade as a whole, when they built that land, it was a snapshot in time because it's supposed to be set at a very specific time in the books. It's the just before the first Triwizard tournament challenge.
Yeah.
And it was, the whole area is built
Dragon
up
Challenge.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, because you enter through the champions' tents, don't you?
In the Dragon Challenge. No, I'm talking about Hogsmeade as a whole.
All right.
The whole area was built around for that
misheard.
specific time.
They wouldn't have put the stationary Hogwarts Express there as well, either, really.
That's true. I like Gringotts. I like you say, adding to the universe that's already there. It doesn't quite have the fun that Forbidden Journey.
No. I like it. It's not in my top 5, though.
No.
I don't think. Nobody go back and listen to the top 5. I might be wrong.
I wouldn't have
Someone's
thought
going to
so.
go and listen now and tell me it was like number 2
The
or
problem
something
is
in my
as well,
top 5.
we haven't ridden it that many times.
No.
We've ridden Forbidden Journey to death. We've ridden everything else that we love in those parks to death. That's still only a 3-timer.
Also, I was quite poorly when we rode it.
You're always poorly when we go over there.
I know. It's not good.
Yeah.
Right, well, I hope you are not too badly scarred from some of that acting. Yeah. I'm going off for a strong rum now, just to recover.
A butterbeer, you mean?
Pumpkin juice, actually. But, you know.
Be actually a cup of tea, but whatever.
Hey, I've got rum. A Deathly Hallows. Yeah. So, yes, thank you for joining us on this theatrical foray. That is going to do it for show 286. So for Lee, Chris, Martin, and myself, good night.
Cut, print, that's a wrap for another episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review while you're there. Not an Apple user? You can listen on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or your podcatcher of choice. Email us any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. Keep up with the latest news, rumors, and updates on our blog at uuopodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week.